The purpose of this video is to illustrate the process for creating near-perfect translations inside the Verbingo TMS platform. Now, we want to offer near-perfect translations to our translators because they want it. And quite simply, this is the standard that we are seeing among many of our customers. And so we need to adapt to this and provide to our customers what they want and still remain within our margins and our efficiency levels. So quite quickly, what this means is I'm going to show you how to create a not perfect translation, okay? But it is a translation that is sellable and that is good enough for clients. So this is a very important process. You'll see here in front of you, this is the dashboard portion of Verbingo where we have loaded in the project to translate. We have a total analysis here of the word count and the status. So we can see exactly how far progress is being made at any given time. Now, once we make an assignment, here I assigned the job to Wonderboy. Wonderboy will then get a notification and he will log in, okay? And part of the instructions that we will give to you as a translator is we will tell you that the level of translation that we expect. So you'll know that beforehand whether or not you're providing, a professional translation or a less than perfect translation like I'm showing you today. Here I have the project that has been assigned to me already set up, and so I'm going to open it. Now, if you're familiar with Verbingo, you will recognize the editor here, and you will know that by going segment by segment, you can perform the best possible translation by taking advantage of the tools that we have built in. For example, I'm going to open the first segment, and what we would expect of a translator at this point to create a not perfect translation is to click on Fuzzy Match, this button here, and most likely you will not find a fuzzy match, but instead you will receive the default of the machine translation, which comes from Google Translate. Now, we don't expect you to just use this. We expect you to read it and make it make some level of sense, because we all know that machine translation is terrible. We can't sell that and give that to a customer, but we need to make it better. And even if this is terrible translation, there are still elements that can make you as a translator go faster and produce a good translation. For example, if the entire translation is pretty good and you want to work with it, just with one click, you can enter that translation into the editing box here. Now you've saved yourself minutes of typing at the very least. And you can at the very least cut and paste things and move them around with much greater ease than you would otherwise. This alone should make you go faster as a translator. Now, clean up the segment, spend a few seconds on it, but you should find that by through this process, you can go much faster than you would if you were to translate from scratch. Now, there are other tools in Verbingo that we ask you to use in order to be effective, and I'm going to go to segment 4 here, which will show you some highlighted words. Now, we went through the document beforehand in the dashboard, and we determined a few key terms, and we marked them so that they will always appear to the translator. Now, this will help you in keeping things consistent. However, we don't have a translation for them yet. So as a translator, we would ask you to get back with us and let us know what these translations are so we can populate the terms list. Now, once they're populated, that will help you be consistent. So in addition to the translation, the machine translation that you can get here, you can then use cross-referencing or these highlighted terms in addition to the machine translation to make the translation just that much better and near perfect. Notice as I go through the document that we have several of these terms marked. Well, several, I guess, is a relative term, but they will come up throughout wherever they occur. I'm going to skip ahead to segment 34, where again we see highlighted terms. And these can, we also suggest that you tell us other terms. If you notice something is important, a term that you are always seeing, and you would like us to add it to the terminology list, then please do so. Please tell us so that we can add it to the list and then make it easier for you to know how a term should be translated. Let's see, what else did I want to say? Also, of course, use the search box up here because this search box can help you find matches or partial matches. And there's no rules to the search box. You just you can cut and paste If you want to find any fraction or portion of a segment that's been translated, we won't find any here because this is a new document. But then you can always be consistent with things like employees should, never, things like that, that can make things as consistent as possible by still, even though you're still using the machine translation to bring in the basic underlying meaning. So again, that's what we expect. These are the tools that we are asking you to use. You'll notice that across the top here, you will see your percentage bar, and it will grow as you translate. And then we all have the same data. We can see how fast you're going, and you can time yourself and see how quickly you are able to output 3,000, 4,000, 6,000 words a day, or whatever the expectation is. And this is how you monitor yourself so that you can make sure you are translating as quickly as possible and still providing a good but not perfect translation. Please let us know if you have any questions. I hope this has helped, and we look forward to receiving excellent service from you and providing you with lots of translation work. Thank you.